Hawa. Hey, this is a fantastic voyage we're about to be on. Really a nature walk. Let's call it a nature walk, man. Um, the wave is real, and you have so much happening, at the same time. It's like we're all dealing with all kind of multi-dimensional hijacks and static and just to have a spot, all praise to Wah, man, for this spot, man, the drop, chatter, because we've been able to vibe up so much, and it's led me to this sister, Peculiar Joy, that we're about to get a great, take a nice nature walk, enjoy her testimony. And, if you're looking to tribe up, man, if you're ready to come hijack free and, what I'm saying, you're digging on, the fam, man. I mean, it's beautiful. It's beautiful over here, man. We got the sisters checking in. We got the bros checking in. They just drop and drop. Love to the bro D Grapes. I mean, they just drop and drop, man. Ty Battle is just dropping, massive drops. She's over there on a rampage. Dizzle Fitty, Tech, what it do? Renana, Charmaine. Man, it's a family affair, man. And this is where we kind of get to know each other a little bit, better, what I mean, and just tribe up every Shabata show. That's what we all, do our best to get over here and just enjoy it. And it's not many of us, what I mean? It's just a few. Like I said, Ahab to our contributors, our dragon sponsors on the wall, man, dropping that drop, making sure we're active, making sure we're fluid. It's not many, man, but the few that Hawaii has sent, what I mean, to bring that fire, what I mean, and to keep the water flowing. We appreciate you for what you're doing for us. Everybody's protesting, everybody's trying to matter, but this is our flow. This is our, you know, this is the water that has, provided for Jay Stu, has provided for AD, has provided for Hiram, has provided for Hiram Jr., man, has provided for Zeke the Free. And this is not some type of, fake friendship and da. Nah, I mean, we're all searching, man. We're all seeking. We might see eye to eye on one thing. We might go our separate ways on another thing. But at the right time, all praise to Wah, we will all tribe up. And along the way, it's been new tribe, man, and new family, man, that's been stepping up in different ways and supporting us in this wave right here. And we ain't changed up and we ain't switched up and we're still, seeking that water, seeking that direct connection. If you can sum up 432, the Drop Radio or Con Drop or King Drop or, Drop Nation or the Tribe, the Shabata, it's connecting directly with the water, directly through the water, man. Just the water. Back to our energy, back to our source through the water. The water that flows directly through us, you know what I mean? So we keep it direct and we keep to the code. And they have to every single one of these bros. You know what I mean? And all my sisters, you know what I mean? So get on over here and enjoy it, man. Surf the wave. We over here, just dropping some slaps. Don't mind us, man. We enjoy dropping slaps around here. We do it for our community that needs to be tuned up. You know what I mean? They don't need to be charged up the wrong way. They need to be tuned up. And, just like we saw with that LA riot footage that I just dropped the last one, some people confused. It was like, hey, man, is this is old footage of this? Look, man, the point of seeing is so that you can compare and say, okay, this was the feeling then. You know what I mean? We all know that, this stuff is being, kicked off by somebody else. Even then, we know that was kicked off really by somebody else. We was all reacting. I was 13 in Inglewood at the time. And it was just billowing and smoke and just, it was all messed up, man. And yeah, there was some, probably, super psyop shit going on too. But there was a lot of real shit going on too. You know what I mean? The whole neighborhood was involved, man. You know what I'm saying? And, whatever, for whatever it's worth, even through the psyop, we got real Nagas, man, on the front lines, man. And these Nagas, are giving it all they got. And I don't ever want to seem like I don't appreciate my Nagas for the fire they got, for the fire we got. So there ain't no separation. Just because somebody's screaming Black Lives Matter don't make them the enemy. I don't want to start making that type of, separation, man. They're doing what they got to do. And I'm here to support, anybody, man, that really got, a a vision, a real vision, man, hijack free, man. You know what I'm saying? And or they in the hood and maybe they screaming Black Lives Matter, but maybe they just are trying to, organize something themselves. And I'm with that too. You know what I mean? I'm not here to say, oh man, you fucking with Black Lives Matter. Nah, because you're gonna separate yourself out of a lot of the water, what I mean, that you could be, reaching out to. So in some sense of the way, we still gotta carve our frequency through Black Lives Matter. We can't be so separated that we just leave our brothers and sisters hanging that's on the front lines that's just reacting or they believe, you know what I'm saying, in that particular cause. And I don't want to take that away. I just want to, crystallize it with the vibration that we've been building through the water, man. And that's why I want to take this nature walk so we can connect with Ama, so we can connect with Abba and enjoy this flow, man. So get up in here in the drop chatter, enjoy. Oh, there she go, Peculiar Joi. We over here popping off, man. Yeah, Elijah dropped out. Hey, man. AI for all y'all tuning in to the Elijah drop and how this is connecting, man. It's all happening. And rest in power to bro Nipsey Hussle. I mean, who else is banging Nipsey Hussle at 2 in the morning, man? Who else is dropping Nip at 2 in the morning, man? In 432 hertz, though. Where else can you go to get that Nip in 432? I mean, that this is the original vision, man. Was playing our music in 432 hertz and connecting the frequency to us. And I know, a lot of us, a lot of folks, what I'm saying, come for different things. You know what I'm saying? Some people come for the drop, in terms of the books. Some come for the music. You know what I mean? Some come for, just to kind of, get a fresh perspective and just to, keep an eye on the investigation. And I appreciate all y'all for every reason why you over here. So, you know what I'm saying? We got some haters. We got some haters out there, but you know what I mean? We hijack free. We static free. We got the dragon armor on us, man. And that's not penetrable, my noggin. The frequency's too real. So they watching too. They watching. But for the most part, the people over here, man, the tribe over here, you know what I'm saying? It's about the vibration, whether you're getting it through the music or through the books and the investigation and all that. You know what I'm saying? Either way, I'm connecting to y'all all. You know what I mean? And I'm going to find a way. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I got to pray about it. But, how can we carve our way through this Black Lives Matter energy and crystallize it and use it to our advantage, without being so separate that we alienate ourselves from a great opportunity. So if y'all got some ideas on that, hit up the drop chatter. And I told y'all the forums are coming. I'm just trying to get the right, there's a couple of things I'm trying to work on with that. So it's no rush. Nothing we're talking about is rush. So don't trip. We got frequency of learning. We got the vibe suites. There's no rush. We got all this going on. We got all this. And I know y'all really need these vibe suites up. I know that I feel that in my bones because I know how important these all are. And it's been way too long. You know what I mean? In the library, we got a lot more resources dropping that. You know what I mean? One thing at a time. I think the last few months, I just been really trying to, get the drop flowing, man. You know what I'm saying? Get that drop flowing. And now that I feel like we're flowing in a nice cruising altitude, we popping off, it's feeling good. I can get back to these type of things like the website updates and making sure we got the fresh, technology drop, health drop, science drop, whatever the drop is, you know what I mean? And all Drop Nation over here at all times surfing the waves, you know what I mean? So y'all get over here and enjoy it and just enjoy the flow. And on that, I'm going to fall back and take a walk in nature. We going to take a walk in nature with our Ahchwa Peculiar Joi.
Shalom.
Shalom.
To the tribe. This is Peculiar Joi. And right now I'm in my neighborhood.
And halawa, this is her setup. It's her brand new setup. So I don't ask y'all to follow my lead very often. But in this case, I'm going to ask y'all, please follow my lead. Press this red button, you know what I mean? So we can be in there, man. Drop Nation, stand up for our Ahchwa, our lady dragon on the wall. She's about to give you a real spilled testimony. And I'm going to fall back with my tea and enjoy every, second of this flow as she glorifies our creator with this great reading of Jeremiah 17. All right. Take the wheel, Ahchwa, Peculiar Joi, got the drive. Lego.
Shooting live from what I believe is 12 Oaks Plantation. 12 Oaks Plantation. I've been digging on the history here in Lovejoy for a long time. Well, about a year now. and live and in full effect. We're in Lovejoy, Georgia, and this is 12 Oaks Plantation, I believe. And I'm just gonna take you on a walk through this trail.
Yapa.
Here at the Gerald Matthews Complex.
Yapa.
And the Most High has been putting it on my spirit for a long time now to read. Just to read Jeremiah 17. It was just put in my spirit. And the other day I had came out here to shoot the video. But I think I was like kind of not in the right mindset. But yeah, it's just a beautiful,
it's beautiful.
A beautiful sight to behold, and it's a beautiful trail with a lot of trees. And I'd be so hurt to see all of this leave. But as you can see, they're cutting down trees right here in this trail. And the first time I came to visit this area, it was the winter time, so sure it's going to be a little more difficult to navigate. But the Most High put it on my spirit for a long time to read Jeremiah 17. And in these woods on this trail, I found a lot of inspiration. You know, I know it's Amma. What we know is Amma guiding us, a mother, in only the way that she can. And it's in her heart, you know. But I don't know what I've just been putting it off. It's been a lot of things in my personal life that I've been going through. But this bridge right here, hidden in the woods, was a lot of the inspiration of me digging on this history here in Lovejoy. Because it's not every day you come for a walk in your neighborhood and you see abandoned bridges and unmaintained creeks. And today, this is the location for my inspiration. The other day, I came out here and I heard a saw. Somebody had a electric saw. I was like, I'm not doing this video today. But look at here. I'm not alone. It's a bike. Here. In these woods. Like, so either somebody lives over here or they're just enjoying. But I don't know if you guys can see this. Man, it's even, well, it looks like an extension cord. Somebody must be getting electricity from this water. Or maybe it's just a abandoned extension cord. I don't know. But I'm going to zoom in. And if you see this, this is a tree. And the roots of the tree are still feeding this tree life. I don't know if you can see it. These are the roots right here. And it looked like either it fell over many years ago, but the Most High is still sustaining this tree. This tree still has life in it. And it's just amazing to me. And here it is, right by the water, in this creek. So this is my inspiration right now to read Jeremiah 17. And no, it's not the King James Version, but sometimes I like to get inspiration from I guess it's the Study Bible, New Revised Standard Version. But I read it earlier and it touched my spirit, so I want to share it with you today. Jeremiah 17, and it states, "The sin of Judah is written with an iron pen. With a diamond point, it is engraved on the tablet of their hearts and on the horn of their atars. While the children remember their altars and their sacred poles beside every green tree, and on the high hills, and on the mountains in the open country. Your wealth and all of your treasures I will give for a spoil as the price of your sin. Throughout all your territory, by your own act, you shall lose the heritage that I gave you, and I will make you serve your enemies in a land that you do not know. For my anger, a fire is kindled that shall burn forever. Thus saith the Lord. Cursed are those who trust in mere mortals and make mere flesh their strength, whose hearts turn away from the Most High. They shall be like a shrub in the desert and shall not see when relief comes. They shall live in the parched places of the wilderness in an inhabited in an uninhabited salt land. Blessed are those who trust in the Most High, whose trust is the Most High. They shall be like a tree planted by water, sending out its roots by the stream. It shall not fear when the heat comes, and its leaves shall stay green in the year of drought. It is not anxious, and it does not cease to bear fruit. The heart is devious above all else. It is perverse. Who can understand it? I, the Lord, test the mind and search the heart, to give to all according to their ways, according to the fruit of their doings, like the partridge hatching what it did not lay. So are all the amass wealth unjustly. So are all who amass wealth unjustly. In midlife, it will leave them, and at their end, they will prove to be fools. O glorious throne, exalted from the beginning, shrine of our sanctuary, O hope of Israel, O Hawa, all who forsake you shall be put to shame. Those who turn away from you shall be recorded in the underworld, for they have forsaken the fountain of living water.
Wow.
The Most High. Heal me, Hawa, and I shall be healed. Save me, and I shall be saved, for you are my praise. See how they say to me, where is the word of the Most High? Let it come. But I have not run away from being a shepherd in your service, nor have I desired the fatal day. You know what came from my lips. It was before your face. Do not become a terror to me. You are my refuge in the day of disaster. Let my persecutors be shamed, but do not let me be shamed. Let them be dismayed, but do not let me be dismayed. Bring on them the day of disaster. Destroy them with double destruction. Thus say the Most High to me, go and stand in the people's gate by which the kings of Judah enter and by which they go out, and in all the gates of Jerusalem, and say to them, hear the word of the Most High, you kings of Judah, and all the inhabitants of Jerusalem who enter by these gates. Thus saith the Most High, for the sake of your lives, take care that you do not bear a burden on the Sabbath day, or bring it in by the gates of Jerusalem. And do not carry a burden out of your houses on the Sabbath, or do any work. But keep the Sabbath day holy, as I commanded your ancestors. Yet they did not listen or incline their ear. They stiffened their necks and would not hear or receive instruction. But if you listen to me, says the Most High, and bring in no burden by the gates of this city on the Sabbath day, but keep the Sabbath day holy and do no work on it, there shall enter by the gates of this city kings who sit on the throne of David, riding in chariots and on horses. They and their officials, the people of Judah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and this city shall be inhabited forever. And people shall come from the towns of Judah and the places around Jerusalem, from the land of Benjamin, from the Shephelah, from the hill country, and from Negeb, bringing burnt offerings and sacrifices, grain offerings and frankincense, and bringing thank offerings to the house of the Most High. But if you do not listen to me, to keep the Sabbath day holy, and to carry in no burden through the gates of Jerusalem on the Sabbath day, then I will kindle a fire and its gates. It shall devour the palaces of Jerusalem and not be quenched. So, may the Most High be glorified by the reading of His Word. I just wanted to share that with you today because in the scripture He mentions that Israel, Yasharala, we should be like a tree planted by the waters, and it shouldn't be moved. And it's so clear how they tried to remove us, just like this tree, whether it been a natural happenstance where this tree, saw its days or its better days, just like us, it was our ancestors. It was sin. It was not keeping the law that made us fall. But He still sustains us. He still sustains His children. Like, I have a testimony all of my own, and I'm not necessarily the most outspoken person, so today, let's see if I can find it again. All right, well, let's make this real impromptu, but I'm not the most outspoken person, I'm kind of shy to a certain extent, and today I was just reading, and the words, I think I'll read Jeremiah 1, and I believe it was in my other Bible I was reading it, but it says, now the word of the Most High came to me, saying, before I formed you in the womb, I knew you, and before you were born, I consecrated you. I appointed you a prophet to the nations. Then I said, oh, Hawa, truly, I do not know how to speak, for I'm only a boy. And in the King James Version, I believe it says, I'm only a child. But the Most High said to me, do not say I am only a boy, for you shall go to whom I send you, and you shall speak whatever I command you. Do not be afraid of them, for I will deliver, for I am with you to deliver you, says the Most High. Then the Most High put out his hand and touched my mouth. And the Most High said to me, now I have put my words in your mouth. See, today I appoint you over nations and over kingdoms to pluck up and to pull down, to destroy and to overthrow, to build and to plant. And Yasharala, this is why we're here. And I see that the Most High is moving, and everyone that he puts in your path is a messenger. It's either a messenger to show you what not to do, or it's a messenger and say, you're on the right path, keep going, don't give up. We didn't endure to the end yet. We still have a ways to go, but nature in itself should be a reminder, So I wanted to come out here and finally share this video with you, just share a piece of what is natural, our natural sanctuary, and it's just so much to be shared over here. And I'm just thankful for the peace that the Most High has blessed me with, because I'm gonna probably eat.
Oh no. Oh no, man. We're gonna get part two just like that there, man, because I'm on a nature walk. I don't know about y'all, but man, hearing this sister connect with the creator and glorify the creator, puts us all at in another frequency completely. This is another frequency, my Nagas. You know what I'm saying? So get over here, make sure you're in the classroom. This is a real classroom. You know what I mean? When we say classroom, it's not about, how much knowledge do you got? Nah, it's the fourth wave, my Nagas. Let me tell y'all something, man. It's the fourth wave, my Nagas. It's the fourth wave. We ain't out here to explain too much to too many people. I've been explaining stuff for years and years and years and years, and it's documented, my Naga. Hashtag facts. Ahab to the tribe, Ahab to the ether. Squid Eye, season 4, coming soon. Dropping soon. Coon. Shabata. We've been explaining stuff for far too long. So this fourth wave, man, I mean, from the balcony, man, everything in between to get to this point. This fourth wave is about you, my Naga. You. I'm not putting my energy into explaining nothing to nobody that ain't listening, or I'm not trying to convince nobody of anything. You know what I'm saying? If you were surfing the wave, back in the first wave or second wave, and you fell off your surfboard, I'm not here to try to find you, man. You find you. You get this transmission, you find you. Connect to your creator. I only came in your life to remind you to surf the wave. That's all drop is doing, is reminding you to surf the wave, man, to connect to your creator. That's all this sister Peculiar Joi is doing. She owes you nothing else but what she's giving you right now. She owes you no more videos. She owes you no conversation. She owes you no phone calls. She does not have to agree with you. She is giving you a message. Like she said, people come into your life are messengers. You take it and you move accordingly. She don't owe nobody that. We don't owe nobody that. And I for sure don't owe nobody that. I gave my message. You know what I mean? Any part that you was able to, extract or retain or build off of, that's Yapa, man. That's halal Hawaii. That's all praise the creator. This is the message. What the sister is giving you is everything I've been attempting to give you all these years. Right there, man, in nature, in the natural flow. Shout out to the bro. And shout out to my sister, my Ahchwa Peculiar Joi. Lady Dragon on the wall. The sister speaks, man. Our sisters speak around here. Our sisters, are loud. They speak loud in Drop Nation. We need all that fire from our Ahchwas and Drop Nation. Because you got the water, Drop Nation, you got the water. Let's get back to the water. Let's get back to nature. Love to peculiar joy, man. Y'all make sure y'all in the classroom. Let go.
Shalom, family.
Let go.
My video got cut off, and I guess this is going to be a part 2. Well, I guess I could head back. But I just wanted to share my testimony with the tribe. And, I really don't know where to start. It's just been a long journey, but I'm just so thankful for my peace, and I needed to share it with the rest of the tribe because I know it's so much going on right now, and the Most High had been just breaking me down in a way so I could see, and I could, I guess, get over my fear of just allow him to use me. Just allow him to use me in a way where I don't care about how I look or if I'm humiliating myself or if I sound stupid, because I let the world do that a long time. See, my name is Peculiar Joi, and that's the one that, he put in my spirit a long time ago, a couple of months back. But maybe 2 years ago, I would say, in 2018, I found myself in a bad place. And it was a time where thought I was getting my life together. I thought I was even in the truth, and it was so much more to learn, and still so much more to learn. But it's just like the Most High just allowed me to catch so much static in my personal life and in my relationship. And it was no way out. It was no way out. I was like I was fighting something, an invisible enemy almost. But it was just letting me know what was to come. All of these things that I was going through was letting me know what was to come, and living in this town, it's just that helped me start digging on just the history of my name alone. And I found so many duplications within this town, this very town of Lovejoy, just starting with my name, and I just wanted to know, why did Hawa have me here? And I was I just caught so much static since I came to Georgia, and I never knew why, and so about, I'd say, not even a year ago, I want to say not even a year ago, I woke up to the truth that America is the promised land. And it was on August 20th, 2019. What they would say is 400 years to the day of us being in captivity. So even though I know it's more or less, the date was significant to me. It let me see, okay, the Most High is being real specific, because I always ask him, like, Most High, you gotta let me know, because I'm kind of slow, you gotta let me know for real, so when he used that date, it was like it got my attention. So just finding Karemio and khandrop and Big Judah and all of the brothers and the truth and in the tribe, it was just like, all right, that helped me get a lot of the perspective that the Most High was giving, like trying to get me to see, and in the 25th hour, I like to say. And even after finding that, it made me see why I was going through so much static. Like 2 years ago, I would say it was October 14th, 2018, and this is already after a year of static, and me and my ex, we was already going through a lot of rocky times, and now I see it's because the Most High was trying to separate us, right? But, I made bad decisions and who I chose to be with. He was making bad decisions. And then at that moment on October 14th, 2018, they came to a head. And it wasn't that I got the punishment from the people who deserved to punish me. I see now that it was the Most High that was, what I would like to say, chastened me. He chastened me because on October 14th, I believe it was October 14th. It was October 14th or 15th. It was a Monday, and Clayton County Police, they entered my home. They came through the window of my home, and they went to serve. Well, they say they was coming to serve a warrant to my baby father, and at the time I was asleep in my bed. And at the time, I had some form of security cameras, I guess good for the moment. And I look at my phone, I see this police, I'm like still disoriented, so I go downstairs to answer the door. Because I woke up and it was my dogs barking, so that usually alarms you enough. And I'm looking at my phone to see what's on the camera, and I go downstairs to answer the door. And by the time I go downstairs into my kitchen, well, actually, by the time I go downstairs to answer the door, I hear somebody in my house. And this is the morning. At that time, I was working at Home Depot, and I was working overnight shift, and it was a whole, it was a whole nother boatload of stress working on that plantation, what I like to call it. But I go down there to open my door, and the police is already in my house. I hear somebody say hello, and so I go, towards my living room to see where that voice was coming from. I'm like, who is it? And I ain't see nobody in the living room. I turn around to go back to the door because I know it's police at my front door. This is something I know, but I hear somebody in my house. So I walk to the kitchen, well, towards the front door where the kitchen is, and I see Clayton County Police, and his name was Officer Corny, and he was standing in my kitchen. He came in through my window, and I was so alarmed because, like, I'm not in the Mr. Rogers neighborhood, but ain't nobody ever came up through my window before. So that's kind of, it startled me. And for it to be police, it don't make no difference. But that, and me knowing that they were out there, it didn't make no difference. It still startled me because I wasn't expecting that officer in my home, And so he directed me to open my front door, which I was already going to do, But I opened the door, and he went back out through the window like he wasn't already in the house. But anyway, I went back out to open the front door, and they, rush into the house like I expected them at that point, and I'm like, yo, y'all can't do that. I'm like, y'all can't just be busting up in through somebody's house, like through their window. Cause that's what I'm explaining to them. Like, you can't just come in through somebody's window like that. At that point I would have had the right to protect myself because I didn't know what was going on, even if they were serving my daughter's father a warrant, so they, lo and behold, they're like, I'm like, let me see, your warrant. I want to see your warrant or whatever. And they're like, we got everything we need. And he just waves like a book in front of my face like this, like, and I'm like, well, let me see it. And at that point, my baby father was upstairs, and he moves at that very moment. You know what I'm saying? So they're like, where is he at? Where's Michael? Tell him, like, and then they like push me out the way or whatever. And they're like, who is that upstairs? And then I was like, that's Michael. You know what I'm saying? Like, it must be because my kids is at school and I just woke up. I couldn't even comprehend and think before I'm getting yelled at by the police. And he runs, he runs upstairs and the police run after him. And when they ran after him, he jumps out the window. And it was just like, all of that was just happening so fast, and I'm just glad I'm not in that place no more. But it took me to get there, So like after he ran, he got away. They came and they locked me up, and I say all of that to say this. I'm thankful because I'm protected. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, no weapon formed. Yasharala is no weapon formed. Like the Most High says, keep the code. And there's nothing they can do to you. Like they put me in jail for 3 days because my baby father chose to run. He chose to run instead of protecting his family. And I realized that was all the Most High because he wanted me to see that he's my protection. You understand? And when they put me in there, like, I couldn't stop crying. But it was like the world sees you. They know who you are. Because while I'm in there, now mind you, I didn't know about America being our promised land. I just know that I was a Hebrew at that time. So when they put me in jail, all I could do was pray and share the truth with the other sisters, all the other sisters that was in jail, and it's like I'm happy because the Most High, he keeps us separate. You might not be all the way there. You might not have the understanding what other brothers and sisters have in the community or in the tribe, but it's like he gives it to you in a way that you can understand. So he put me in that place right then and right there. Now, I might not have been able to let them know, like, no, this is your land. And they putting you in these prisons and in these, like, situations to keep you from understanding that. I might not have knew that at the time. But one thing I do know is that I shared the fact that they were the Hebrews. They are the chosen. And at that moment, the Most High put me there and he humbled me at that place and he used me. And I don't know who may have got some understanding that they held on to, but I know what it was that put in my heart to share. And he put it in my heart to fight that case. And they ended up they didn't dismiss it like I should have fought to the end too, and I still can't uphill, and that's been put on my heart lately too. But he he allowed them to reduce it and made me know walking away like I had to bring you down. I had to bring you down. I had to break everything that you thought you knew, and to give you more understanding. And after what happened to Brianna, I believe her name, Brianna Tyler, and what happened to our brother, just them going in her home and killing this young lady while she was asleep, it was weighing on me so heavy. It was weighing on me so heavy because Most High spared me. And I don't know what is his reason, but I had to read Jeremiah 17 today. You know, no matter what the circumstances, y'all see this tree. Like, y'all see it. This tree is growing sideways. Do you see it? It is growing sideways. This tree.
Oh,
Sideways.
wow.
And it's not being moved. No time soon. So I just feel like the Most High spared me. And it's only He knows why. He spared my life. And He spared my peace. He's giving it back to me. You know, like after the test. And we almost here. You know, so I just wanted to share that with the tribe, and I believe we are the remnant. So let's not lose that. And as a tribe, let's serve the Most High the way He desires us to be serving Him. Like, not the way we want to serve Him. So as we grow and learn more about the law and keeping the code, let's implement it. And just let's tribe up and all use the talents that He's given us, because it can be taken away. Your life can be shortened. And I just wanted to share that with the tribe today. He spares us because we keep the code, because we glorify Him with our lives. We glorify Hawa with our lives, Amma and our Father. Shalom to the tribe. Hope that wasn't too long.
Oh, wow. All praise our Creator. We have sisters like this. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, us brothers go through what we go through. You know what I mean? And our sisters support us. We need to support our sisters, you know what I mean, that's been through, all that they've been through. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's the fourth wave, man. We've had, there's a vibration. Everything's a vibration. You know what I mean? Even in our vibration, you know what I mean? We've had folks, coming in talking about Drop Nation and surfing the wave and Allah, wow, saying all the right things, but the vibration, you could tell, was about themselves. The vibration was about proving something. It's the fourth wave. Don't come over here if you got something to prove. Don't come over here, if you want to prove how smart you are or how, this you are, that you are. Come over here ready to serve. Why? Come over here ready to, be in order with our tribe, with the flow. You know what I mean? Be with the flow, be with the water, not trying to control it. This can only be, this arrow was already shot out by the Creator. You know what I'm saying? This arrow is going to hit the target every single time. So all you can do is surf the wave with it. If you come over here to surf the wave, and be a witness to what Hawa's been revealing for our particular tribe at our particular time, then come over here and enjoy, or, witness something else, man. You know what I mean? It's all good. But I'll be over here witnessing. I'll be over here witnessing with you. I'll be over here witnessing with my sister, Peculiar Joi, the greatness and the glory of our Creator. Go over there, man. Get the drop. She dropped on that Jeremiah 17, and if you don't mind, man, I'd like to get it for the dismount. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? I mean, the sister got us, now we can see clearly. And I want to make sure we, don't miss a beat in this Jeremiah 17. And it's so beautiful out there, man. I mean, that beautiful scenery in Georgia. Love to the family in Georgia. Love to the family from Georgia. She says she in Lovejoy. And that tree that's growing sideways, is only a testimony that even though we feel like we sideways, even though we feel like we've been knocked over, knocked around, you know what I'm saying, overlooked. And everybody's asking us, like, how y'all gonna get the water drop? Where's the water gonna come from for the tribe? Look, we're getting water in the strangest places these days. We, Managa, are getting water in the strangest places. And the world is waking up to say, well, those people right there, right before my eyes, yeah, I knew that they were slaves, so-called, or yeah, I knew that they're oppressed. Oh yeah, Black Lives Matter. But when they put it all together and once they know, without a shadow of a doubt, who we are, you're going to see a shift like you've never seen before. Loud wow. Yeah, matter of fact, let's keep that water flowing. Let's keep that water flowing with my sister. Let's go over here and get some water, man. Always take a nice surf down the right-hand side. You can get all the drop. Make sure you download the app so you got the drop. You know what I mean? Let's get that water for the Shabata, man. Shabbat Shalom. This is a great, Shabbat flow right here, man. We're going right into the Shabbat with this one. We're keeping the water flowing for the Ahchwa Peculiar Joi. Let's get a piece of this Jeremiah 17. Make sure y'all tell me when my water low. I only get 9 minutes at a time. Oh, wow. The sin of Judah is written with the pen of iron and with the point of a diamond. It is graven upon the tablet of their heart and upon the horns of your altars, like the symbols of their sons, and their altars and their asherim are by the leafy trees upon the high hills. Man, we're talking about these idols again. O thou that sits upon the mountain in the field, I will give thy substance and all thy treasures for a spoil. Where's your things, man? Where's your stuff, Judah? Where's your stuff, Israel? Yasharah, where's your things? I will give your substance and all your treasures for a spoil in your high places because of your sin throughout all your borders, and you, even yourself, shall discontinue from your heritage. Who are you? Black Lives Matter. Who are we? Black Lives Matter, right? Look, we got to be patient with our people. And like I said, we're going to have to find a way to carve through this frequency the same way we've been, taking on the static head. Sometimes you got to go, and just start chopping up the static. Sometimes you can't wait for the static to chop you up and just give commentary. Sometimes you got to get right up in it. And we got a nation to build, man. We got a CUV to build, a choose up village to build. We got land to build. At the same time, we still got to pay attention, and we got to be there, and all praise to Wild to show us the way to do that. The most effective and efficient way, dodging all the hijack of the PSYOP, of course, on our frequency and on our terms, because we putting down the altars, we putting down these idols, no hijacks allowed, connecting directly through our watar. Let's get it, man. Jeremiah 17, we're in the JPS Tanakh, 1917, verse 4. And you, even you, shall discontinue from your heritage, Yasharah, that I gave you, and I will cause you to serve your enemies, Yasharah, in the land which you know not. What does that mean, Drop? Does it mean that we're on a continent we never been before? No, my naga, that's just how you were taught. That's how you were brainwashed when you read these English words. It says in the land which you know not. Don't that mean we're going to be on a continent, Drop? So we came from Africa, right? Damn. For lack of knowledge, we are destroyed. When they translate a land which you know not, do you know your land? Do you know your land? Well, yeah, I know my neighborhood. Well, what's in the Grand Canyon? I'll wait. What's in the 1,200,000 acres that's never been excavated in Arizona in the Grand Canyon? What's inside of there? Oh, don't look over here, boss. Nothing to see. No Jerusalem over here. No Grand Khan over here. You're in a land that you don't even know. That's like me coming to your house and you never been to most of the rooms in your house, but you claim that you know your house. Hawaii could take you from Arizona to Oklahoma, and in Oklahoma, you're going to be in a land that you know not because you're not from Oklahoma. My naga, you from Arizona. Hawaii could take you from Haiti and drop you off in Cuba, and you're in a land you know not. Hawaii could take you from Virginia and drop you off in Brazil, and you're in a land that you know not. Stop letting these people brainwash you that this means that you come from Africa, man. That this must mean that you took a transatlantic slave trade across the Atlantic Ocean, a whole ocean, to get to another continent. That's what this scripture means. But drop, we're in a land that we know not. Exactly. You don't even know the name of your land anymore, my Nagi. You don't even know who you are. Because Hawaii has discontinued your heritage, my Nagi. Hey, house, anybody say drop, check the water? I want to know if we got that water. All right, let's get some more water. Because Drop Nation, Drop Nation, Drop Nation got the water. Let's go, man. Y'all got that water? I mean, my sister Peculiar Joi led us to the water. Lady Dragons on the wall. Wall of protection for the tribe. A lot of folks want to protect us because they see, you know what I mean, they get to walk the path that we walk. You know, they get to see, you know what I mean, witness, you know what I mean, like you might have protesters on the front lines yelling at the fucking military, right? But then you're going to have Drop Nation that's been on the front line since the beginning, you know, slicing and dicing the hijack, slicing and dicing giants and getting all the slack, getting all the static, fighting this fight for you, fighting the spiritual war. So when you step up in here, man, when you come in the dojo, look at all the bodies, man. And the water continues. Because Hawaii's piling up the bodies of the static in the frequency war. And the same thing's going to happen, you know what I mean, in the physical war. We're surfing the wave with Peculiar Joi, Lady Dragon, on the wall. We got that water. So let's get this for the great dismount. Ahab to Peculiar Joi. I'm enjoying every second of it. I mean, every second of being here with Drop Nation that got the drop, that got the water. That Ben had the water. My wave surfers, man. But wow. And I will cause you to serve your enemies in a land that which you know not. For you have kindled a fire in my nostril. We're talking dragon. We're talking Drakan, which shall never burn, or which shall burn forever. Allow why? So the fire from serving all these idols from serving all these idols, from putting a hijack before our Creator, all this time, even today, there is a fire already lit in the nostrils of Hawa. Thus says Hawa, cursed is the man that trusts in man. Hawa. That we came over here, emptied our cups, and learned and grew together and trusted in our Creator, not in man. It makes flesh his arm, and whose heart departs from Hawa. For he shall be like a tamarisk in the desert, and shall not see when good comes. You try to give your brothers good, you try to give your sisters good, they can't even see it. And shall not see when good comes, and shall inhabit the parched places in the wilderness. They walking around lost like a mug right now in the parched places of the wilderness within themselves, a salt land and not inhabited. Blessed is the man that trusts in Hawa. Blessed is the sister that trusts in Hawa, and whose trust Hawa is. And he and she shall be as a tree planted by the water, and that spreads out its roots by the river, and shall not see when heat comes, but its foliage shall be luxuriant, and shall not be anxious in the year of drought, neither shall cease from yielding fruit, my naga. The heart is deceitful above all things. What does it mean? Does it literally mean that your organ heart, your heart, the organ? Again, we're lost in translation. When people talk about the heart, they're talking about the things people love, not your actual spiral of your actual organ heart. Some people take it literally and say, oh, well, the heart chakra. And nah, man. They can't tap into your heart bone, man. You got to give that up freely, my naga. You got to give that heart bone up freely. They can't tap into that. But the things that people attach to that they say they love, which will be related to your heart, which is why they translate it as the heart. They're talking about the things that you love. The things that you love, like the idols, my naga, is deceitful above all things and is exceedingly weak. Who can know it? I, Hawa, search the heart. I try the reins, even to give every man according to his ways, according to the fruit of his doings. As the partridge that broodeth over young, which she has not brought forth, so is he that gets riches, and not by right. In the midst of his days he shall leave them, and at the end he shall be a fool. Thou throne of glory on high from the beginning, thou place of our sanctuary, thou hope of Israel, Hawa, all that forsake thee shall be ashamed. We got brothers today telling you if you don't know Christ, you can't know Hawa. But Hawa says what? Thou hope of Israel is Hawa. Not the Christ, not the Son. Hawa is our hope. Hawa is our Savior. Khan, all that forsake thee shall be ashamed. Look around. Do you see clearly?
Wow.
Wow. Do we see clearly? They are ashamed. They too ashamed to even know they're ashamed. They that depart from you shall be written in the earth, because they have forsaken Hawa, the fountain of the living waters. Did y'all say drop?
Wow.
Hawa, check your water. Because you know, Drop Nation, Drop Nation, Drop Nation got the water. Natural by law, let go. Let's get this. Heal me, O Hawa, and I shall be healed. Save me, and I shall be saved, for you are my praise. Behold, they say unto me, Where's the word of Hawa? Let it come now. As for me, I have not hastened from being a shepherd after you. They're looking for the vibration. And he's saying, Jeremiah is saying, I have not hastened from being a shepherd after you. Neither have I desired the woeful day. Thou knowest it. Thou which came out of my lips, that which came out of my lips was manifest before you. Be not a ruin unto me. Thou art my refuge in the day of evil. Let them be ashamed that persecute me. Allahu Drop nation, let them be ashamed that persecute us. But let me not be ashamed. Let them be dismayed but let us not be dismayed. Drop nation. Bring unto them the day of evil and destroy them with double destruction. Thus says Wah unto me, go and stand in the gate of the children of the people, whereby the kings of Judah come in, and by which they go out, and in all the gates of Jerusalem, and say unto them, hear you the word of Hawa, you kings of Judah, and all the inhabitants of Jerusalem, that enter in by these gates. Remember the gates in Revelations, right? Because these gates still exist, even in their hijack. Thus says Hawa, take heed for the sake of your souls, and bear no burdens on the Sabbath day. Bring in by the gates of Jerusalem, neither carry forth a burden out of your houses. So wait a minute. Love to Peculiar Joi for this, man. This is amazing, Ahchwa. Thawada for this. I needed it, sister. It don't matter who else is watching or witnessing. I'm watching, I'm witnessing, and I appreciate that drop. And this drop we're sharing right now. Love to the lady Drakan, my sister Peculiar Joi. Man, this is so necessary, man. Because we over here watching the Black Lives Matter. And in reality, Hawa's like, look, keep the Shabbat, man. Keep the code. Just keep the code. Like the sisters say. He says, tell Judah this, because they over there tripping. Tell them this. Take heed for the sake of your souls. Bear no burden on the Shabbat, nor bring it in by the gates of Jerusalem. Neither carry forth a burden out of your house on the Shabbat. Neither do you any work, but hallow the Shabbat, man. As I commanded your fathers, your mamas. But they hearken not. Ain't nobody want to hear me, though. You want to break through the chaos. You want to break through the static. You want to bring that Drakan Kwam. You want to Kum Shabata. Keep the Shabbat. Keep the code. But we talking about stiff necks, though, right? We talking about stiff necks, right? But they hearken not, neither incline their ears, but they made their necks stiff, that they might not hear nor receive instruction. And it came, and it shall come to pass, if you diligently hear me, says Hawa, to bring in no burden through the gates of this city on the Sabbath day, but to hallow the Shabbat, to do no work therein. Then shall there enter in by the gates of this city kings and princes sitting upon the throne of Dawi. People keep asking me, even in the comments, drop, you know what I'm saying? What do we do? Drop, you know what I mean? Like, all right, you know, how do we get our Drakan? Somebody asked me, how do we get our dragon? How do we unleash the dragon? Drop. I said, keep the code. They said, come on, man. That sound like a pastor saying, oh, believe in Jesus and listen to the word. And, you know, normally I just, ixnay the static up out of here. But this was a teachable moment. And I hope the brother understood and understands now. Keep the code. Period. It's not complicated. It's that easy. There should be an easy button for it. Bang. It's that easy. Keep the code. Why does it got to be so complicated for you to listen to Hawa, to hearken? Or must you make your neck stiff against the Creator? Because I'm trying to have kings and princes. I'm trying to have queens and princesses sitting upon the throne of Hawa. We should all be rocking on the throne of Hawa, my Nagas. Riding in chariots, my Nagas. And on horses, they and their princes, the men of Judah, the sisters of Judah, the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and this city shall be inhabited forever, my Naga. Hawa just guaranteed you forever salvation if you keep the code specifically. Drop these idols, man, and keep the Shabbat, my Nagas. Look, I'm not here to make no promises, but I'm trying to tell y'all, man. If you remove your idols and keep the Shabbat, even if you killing and stealing, right? Even if you looting, even if you bearing false witness and doing all that other stuff, none of that weighs, man, on the heartbone of our Creator, like you calling another daddy, daddy, mama, mama, and disrespecting the Shabbat, my Naga. You just don't understand the level of disrespect we're talking about. Of course, Hawaii don't want you killing each other and stealing from each other. Of course, we ain't supposed to be looting, period, and doing all that anyway, right? But anyway, keep the Shabbat and get them idols out of your way, man. Get the hijack out of your way, my Naga. Anybody say, drop, check your water one more time. Let's check the water one more time for the dismount. I just want to make sure we got plenty of the ha-wa-ta. Let's go. We got it? We got it? All right, let's go. Keep the code, my Naga. I mean, that's all we talking about. It's keeping the code. It's that easy. There should be a button for it. There should be an app for that. Jeremiah 17. Let's take it on home in verse. Let's get it on verse 25, man. Let's go back to 24. Let's go. Here's the promise, and I need you to listen. And my sister, she's letting us know to hearken, and I'm hearkening to my sister. You hear me? Verse 24, and it shall come to pass that if you diligently listen to me, not just listen, but listen diligently. Look up the word diligently, man, so you can keep the code diligently. Says Thawada to bring in no burden through the gates of this city on the Sabbath day, but to hallow the Sabbath day, to do no work therein. Then shall there enter in by the gates of this city kings and princes, man. We talking about the prestas, man, sitting upon the throne of Dawu, King David, my Nagas, riding in chariots. We're talking about riding your dragons, man. You're going to be riding your dracons again with your prestas and their princes, the khans, the men of Judah, my Ahchwas, what's up? The inhabitants of Jerusalem, and this city shall be inhabited forever. And they shall come from the cities of Judah, and from the places round about Jerusalem, and from the land of Benjamin, and from lowland, and from the mountains, and from the south, love to Georgia, bringing burnt offerings, sacrifices, meal offerings, frankincense, and bringing sacrifices of thanksgiving. You're just grateful, man. We're talking about sacrifices of gratitude, my Naga, unto the houses of Hawa, unto the house of Hawa. But if you will not hearken unto me to hallow the Sabbath day, and not to bear a burden and enter in the gates of Jerusalem on the Sabbath day, if you're still going to be stiff-necked, my Naga, then I will kindle a fire in the gates thereof. You want that water or you want that fire? Both can be weaponized, Khan. Abba can weaponize the water or the fire on you and on them. You choose who is going to hit. You choose who this frequency, weapon of Hawa is going to hit. We talking about the frequency weapons of their 5G, Wi-Fi's, and Gwyn Towers, HARP. But what about the frequency weapons of Hawa? What about the Dracons and the Eleazars spraying out that laser. You choose who these weapons are going to hit. Because if you ain't going to listen, if you're not going to hearken, if you're not going to hear that you should be keeping your Shabbat diligently, resting, weaponizing, and not to bear a burden and enter in the gates of Jerusalem on the Shabbat day, then I will kindle a fire in the gates thereof, and it shall devour the palaces of Jerusalem, and it shall not be quenched. We're talking dragon fire, and you know it. We talking dragon fire, my naga, and you know it. And love to the family. One of my family, you know what I mean, on IG, hit me up for this. I think my email hit my email for this. And he said, man, where's that drop about the Euphrates drop, man? My sister Peculiar Joi said, America is the promised land. And just for a dismount, just for the dismount, pull this link up. I'll drop it for you. And this is out of the, let's get it on the tie. This is the, this is that work right here, my nuggets. Local sites, foreign sites, a sailor's sketchbook of human and animal curiosities in early modern Amsterdam, Angela Van Halen. I believe this is around the 1700s. Or they're going to show some 1700s drop. All right, well, let's go. This is back when they were putting out advertisements to get the whites over to America, trying to say, hey, look at these beautiful animals. Come on, don't be scared. Come on over here, please. We got land for free. We got land for free. These were called tapirs. And this is a very exotic animal. You don't see it no more, right? This is a sketch from the 1700 exactly, out of Artis Library, University of Amsterdam, Jan Felton. And what does it say right here? For the dismount, my naga love to peculiar joy. Such a description fires the viewer's imagination. Most would never have traveled to America. Most would never travel to America, but now everybody's in America, right? We're talking 1700. Most would never travel to America, but the poster offers an opportunity to encounter that faraway place at the local pub. Felton's sketches gave rare insight into the type of response such encounters elicited, for he does not picture the animal as he saw it surrounded by onlookers in the White Elephant Inn. Rather, he paints a colorful gouche or gouche of several tapirs grazing peacefully in the waters of what is undoubtedly meant to be the what? Euphrates River in America. This is 1700. Why would he paint this picture of these tapirs grazing in the Euphrates River? Where? 1700. Where? Meant to be the Euphrates River in America. And I'll leave it at that. I mean, that's a body bag, Daniel. That's a body bag. And the water continues. You know, again, get in the drop chat, surf the wave with the tribe. You know, enjoy the flow. You know, that's always coming over here. Enjoy the Shabbat. You know what I mean? Keep that Shabbat, my naga. Let's keep those. And this is where you're going to find us. You know, this is where we're kicking it at. This is where Peculiar Joi, my sister Renana, Top Battle, you know what I mean? This is where all my Ahchwas are kicking it at. All my Akis, Moon Boy, Dawi, what it do? Shalazar, man, you know what I mean? Tech Coom say. Everybody over here chilling. I think Tech over here right now. Surfing the wave, man. Doing what it do, man. Love to Tech Coom say. Moon Boy, Tech, what it do, family? I mean, the bro's letting us know, man, where he's at, man. We talking about Gary, Indiana, man. Shout out to Gary, Indiana. And again, man, get in the classroom with my sister, Peculiar Joi, and don't give up. Because my sister didn't give up. You know what I'm saying? Don't give up. Because my Ahchwa never gave up. You know what I'm saying? No matter what she had to go through, no matter what the flow, it was always shalom. It was always beautiful, man. So let her know that you appreciate her. And we will be dropping this on the site as well. Updates is all happening. Hey, man, we're in cruising altitude over here. So shalom to the tribe. Enjoy your Shabbat for real, for real. Fall back and just do your best to do nothing, man. Just try to rest and, meditate on that water that's flowing through you. All praise our creator, our framer, our shaper, our ancient head of days, forever, ever, forever, ever. Our source, our power, directly, our fuel, directly, our hope and our savior, directly. Allow. Wow.